Dad, can you please come and help? I miss you. Please? Help, Dad.
John would say Mike was his life. He loved him like his own son, he really did.
The truth actually is that he abducted Mike, took him away from his mother and destroyed him. Whether he destroyed him physically is a question that some people have in their mind. Is he alive or is he dead?
John had met Fiona in Afghanistan. Then they together came with Mike to New Zealand, and when he was about 4, I think, when they first arrived. So yeah, they were fine. And so she started the hairdressing course in Invercargill, and it was a real surprise to everybody to find that she had in fact had this relationship with another man down there, and it completely wrecked Mike's life, really. That was the start of everything going bad for them. The whole court proceeding had painted John in such a bad light, as if he was a bad parent and not fit to have Mike, and it couldn't have been further from the truth. He was a very good father.
Mr. Beckenridge was a different person altogether than what people think he was. He's the most introverted, selfish man I think I've ever known. When they actually made the ruling that Mike came to Mafee, there was a 6-month stand down where he couldn't see Mike. There was never, ever any utterance from Fiona or I that Beckenridge couldn't be part of Mike's life. Never. It was never ever the intention.
They were little video clips that Mike took when he was at Fiona's in that first week after he'd been taken away, and he was pleading with John to come and get him because I hate it here, and you can tell by his wee face he's desperate. John was getting constant text messages from Mike saying, I hate it here, I want to come back to you, Dad, they won't let me talk to you, Dad, pleading, please come and get me, Dad. Unbeknown to us, he picked Mike up from school and then they disappeared. No, I was sitting in the lounge at Queenstown. My phone went and I looked at it. It felt like John is saying, thank you for all you've done. It wasn't meant to turn out this way, and goodbye.
Well, this is Waikawa. We township the bottom end of the Catlins, sort of the southern end of it. Yeah, there's a lot of nooks and crannies around it. We're close to an hour to Invercargill from here, probably 2.5 to Queenstown, roughly. Yeah, the day they found the car, we were keen to jump in and have a look when it was clean and flat. But we weren't to know the weather was going to pack up like it did either, in hindsight. But that's just the nature of the coastline too, it can be pretty horrible. Yeah, come from up there, down into there. It's probably, 80 metres I suppose, is it? Fairly high drop. Couldn't have picked a better place if he was doing what he was going to do. Probably 2 or 3 days in a year that's flat enough to work in here.
I know Beckenridge wanted to destroy Fiona and me. I believe she will see her son again. She knows damn well he wouldn't kill himself or Mike. I believe that as Mike grows up, he will recognise and understand some of the things that went on weren't what he has been brainwashed into believing.
He had the ability to be able to plan something ahead and make his escape. But now, looking back, and the fact that there's been nothing come forward, then sadly, I don't think he was in the frame of mind when we last saw him to have had a plan in place, or else he was a very, very good actor. It starts to be more of what I thought it was at the start, that I think that maybe they did go home.
If they haven't, is there a message you have for them?
Oh, yes, come home and face the consequences.